G'day everyone and welcome back to Tom's Brook Farm. So we have finished the barley and we are on to wheat today. So we're going to do that whole swap over and clean out. George had a bit of an interesting night last night. There wasn't quite enough barley in the truck, so he had to come back here and fill it up just enough to get to finish off the paddock. And you'll see when we get down there. He judged it right because there's only about a bucket left, so that was good. And he also had one of the augers on the cross auger on the bins auger. The chain broke on that, so this morning we're going to repair that chain and put 2 new chains on there. At least it wasn't the bearing that went though. So yeah, right now I've got to get Louis out of the way. We're going to need it anyway to fill with fertiliser, but I need to get the trailer out so we can blow out the wally, which George is bringing up now. So let's get into it. Trailer's all ready, just waiting for George. Levi's got the shed over there ready for fertiliser, and I'll get this auger out and get that all ready so we can, once we've got the truck all clean, pull under and fill with wheat. And Henry's just there ready to come up here and go spraying by the looks. Well, she's full. That should do a few hectares at least. Rightio, Levi's going to go and fill that up with fertiliser, and I'm going to go and make up some new chains. They were good at the beginning of the season, but yeah, they're a bit stiff now, as you can tell. So yeah, I'll replace the other one at the same time. I think George said that one's fine, but I'll make one up for it, and then at least if it's bad, then I can change it while I'm down there. Right, up in the loft to grab some 40 pitch chain. Hopefully there's enough joiners there. And yeah, we'll get this thing fixed. Then obviously once we get down there and fill up, we're going to calibrate the wheat, but we're going to calibrate the ag flow and also the urea as well, just for peace of mind. And then we will send Levi out to start seeding, and Henry's out there spraying now. And like I was saying last time, we'll be finally back on our trams, because we're going into canola stubble, so it's going to be nice and easy for the guys to seed through. Right, I got 1 chain. I'm going to do 2. Right, 2 chains ready to roll. Rightio, so like I was just saying, I've got those 2 chains here ready to roll. dogs are ready to roll by the look, and Levi has just finished filling up, so perfect timing. We shall head down to the paddock, get these chains on, and get Levi full. So I'm just going to start the tractor up to get the auger down, and that is how much barley was left over. So she's all empty now. So what we'll do is repair this auger, and then we'll get the air compressor there, and we're just going to blow out the tank, just get anything that might be hanging up of barley, then blow out the metering tube so that's all clear, and we'll get filling. Our auger needs a wash again. As you can see, it's getting all gross. A couple fills at night with the moisture and a few rain fills for us, and it gets all gross. So yeah, here you go. This is the chain that broke, so that's that auger in there. So I'll the chain's not too bad, but I'll try and change it now, and we'll have 2 brand new chains on there, so they're all good to go. And then what we will do at the end of this season is we're going to replace all these bearings, because they're all getting on, and yeah, that'll be the next thing to go on us. Well, that took a little bit longer than what I wanted. So what was happening was loosening this off. It's obviously just so seized. I could move it a bit, but you might be able to see that this is bent that way. And it was happening with the other one too. So what I had to end up doing was just taking off the the joiners on each one again, and then putting them on and then joining them on there. So anyway, that's good to roll. Levi's nearly finished cleaning that out. We're just going to clean out the bottom. I will put the cover back on this, move my ute out the way, and then we can get the wally up, and then the fuel trailer is over there. So I'll go and get that and hook onto that and fuel up the tractor. Right, after a long fill, we've got everything in, and now we're just doing the calibration. All in all, not a bad calibration. So the wheat was meant to be 10.34, came out at 10.3. The urea was meant to be 5.05, came out at 5.15. And the, hang on, got that come up. The ag flow was 10.2, came out at 10.3. So we'll, yeah, they're all less than 1% off. We'll just go again, and hopefully it's all bang on. Okay, all good. Everything's all calibrated, ready to roll. And we are underway with the wheat. We've started on the far end of the paddock, so we're working our way back to the road. There we go. We might need to go deeper. That seems a little bit too shallow. Let's see what this one over here is like. One there, there. So you can see it. I'll do another dig when it gets along on the good stuff, and we'll see if I'm going to need to change our seed depth. And we've started here at our evaporation ponds. So this area was wildly affected by salt. It's just a low-lying area. The neighbour's property there along the fence, we were starting to get salt, and it was spreading, and I'd have to get the yield maps up, but it was probably about 100 metres, maybe even 200 metres out that way that the salt had gone, and he stopped. We've got a wheat fluctuating RPM auger, so that's why he stopped. The cog and everything's all lined up, so we'll just keep going and see what it does, see if it levels itself out. He's only done 100 metres. So anyway, I was saying we're widely affected by salt in this area here. So what we did was we dug 3 trenches so that obviously the water table fills into there, the salt, and what that does is then it evaporates. Now they're just open cut trenches, I'll show you in a sec. It has improved this area hugely. Like I was saying, it's about 200 metres out and around this area. We couldn't grow a single thing. And now we got crop that did very well just there, and obviously we can't grow anything here. But yeah, that's our salt ponds. So you got a nice swimming pool, a lap pool, which is just salt water. And we've got 3 of them, so 1, 2 and then 3. And yeah, they have worked very well for us. Obviously we haven't got this soil being productive, but they have worked very well for us because we're able to grow crop right up next to it. Yeah, the joys of salt. Just had a quick dig, now he's on his straight, and it's still too shallow, so we're just going to take a shim out and lower the bar 1 shim in, just get it out a little bit deeper. So like I said in the previous video, it's really easy to adjust our height. The whole bar rises up and then we take a shim out. Just 1 shim, just 1. easy and simple as that. And now he's ready to go seeding. That's chattering a lot there because that's Henry's tram line for his boom spray. So it's obviously hard compacted ground along here as well. So the chasers transport. So it's not the best soil to be checking seed depth in. So I'm just trying to find a section that is going to be soft and like the rest of the paddock. And there we are, you can see it just there. So that's probably in about 20 to 25 mil, which is about where I would like it. And there it's still moisture. Back there where I did a dig, it wasn't. We are in need of a rain. And if anyone wants to know, it's just a paint scraper, handy for checking seed depth. Busy rest of the day for me, or morning or afternoon or whatever time it's going to be. He's underway, so I'm just obviously going to take this fuel trailer back to the shed and drop that off. I'm then going to go down to the house site and steal the fire unit. I need to wash out the hopper on the 7700 there. It's getting pretty nasty, and yeah, we've switched varieties, well, I switched seeds, so I want to get that nice and clean, so that's all good. I've got to get the service trailer back up to the shed, and I also have got to get Wally back up there, and then I'm going to take things apart and just have a look. The wheat and the barley is taking about 50 minutes to fill, which isn't normal. I want to stress that there's something up with it. I'm not sure what it is, so I'm just going to take things apart and see if I can see if there's anything wrong in there that would be causing my slow feeding. Levi's just finished his first outside lap, so we're going to give the hopper a washout. But as you can see, it's just like last time, like I just showed you before. It is very dirty. Okay, that hopper is all clean now, which is good because that was disgusting. And then I also did the bin as well, because the blower is good, but it does get like when you got a wet evening, like when George is doing it at night, or when we're doing it in the rain, the fertilizer does just get stuck in places. So I wanted to get that off, and also all the red dust from the barley has gone up all on top, so I just wanted to get that off before it's stained. So yeah, alright, I've got to get this back to the shed and refilled into the builder, by the brickie, service trailer, and also the wally to do. I haven't got the service trailer back up here yet, but I'm just going to head down and grab Wally. So I'm just grabbing Bill because I need my ute up here, because I want to get a look at what's going on with that bin, that grain bin. See if I can see if there's any issues in there or anything like that. Yeah, it's just want to get that sorted before we're going to have to be due for a fill. And then also Henry he's onto his last tank now of knockdown, so he'll be moving everything over to where we're working at the moment. So I want to get it sorted so that I can give him a hand doing, like, moving all these trucks around. Alright, so back at the shed, my first thing I'm going to do is take off that plate at the end there, and then just see. I might need to lift up the cover here and just see what I can see from there, and then we'll go from there. I'm not seeing anything. The next thing to probably do is to get the guard that I'm standing on off, and then I can see if any of the augers have been damaged or, you know, they're rubbing or anything like that. This can be quite difficult to do because we've tried to pull it out before. You got this pole in the way which you cannot remove. So it becomes a bit of a show trying to get it out. Anyway, I'll get it out, and then at least if I've got it out, what I can do is run up the thing whilst standing out, obviously, looking down and seeing if anything looks out of place, if nothing looks, you know, straight away out of place when I take this guard off. Again, nothing looks out of place. There's this nylon block here which just supports the auger, but that looks to me to be okay. So I'm going to get this out of the way and safe. Now I think I'm going to start her up, and then I can see, should be able to see if our sunning is, you know, not right. So before I started up, I just figured it's quick and easy, just take the chain off at the back here, and I'd just see if I can turn it by hand and feel anything, which I can turn it nice and easily by hand, so that nylon bush that's in the middle there isn't our issue. Yeah, as you guys have probably already guessed by the time lapses and all that, this is controlled by a remote, which makes it nice and easy. So let's see what happens when we turn our lift auger on. It spins, not too much noise, and then cross auger spins as well. So I'm just going to turn that off. I'm going to climb up, have a look, turn it on just from out here. I'm not getting in the bin obviously. And then what I'll do is I'll rev it up and see what happens, see if we've got a slow speed somewhere and if we need to adjust something or... Well, the only thing from that is it's going slow, but that's because I've got the engine only just idling Rightio, so that is going slow. You'd want that a bit faster. What we have done in the past is lift that the guard up in the center on top of the bolt at the back here, just to get a bit more product going through. Obviously with weight being heavy, we've got to be careful about it. So yeah, in saying that, this is what I'm going to try. I've got a 18 tooth cog here and a 27 tooth cog there. Now the only cog I've got in the shed is the one that we took off here to make this go faster. We made that a 20, so it's a 27. This is a 25. So what I'm going to do is put this 25 in place of the 18, and then I'll just have a look and see what a difference it's made. If it's made a too much of a difference, then I'll have to go back to this 18, because if you're trying to push weight too fast, something's going to break because it's just too heavy. So let's see what happens when I do this. So the only way I can get this to work is because it's tapered the other way, but the taper lock goes the other way. So this one was like that, whereas no, how was it? Sorry, it was like that and it was in line, whereas that one, when I had it around the other way, isn't in line. So I'm gonna go this way. So I'm not sure. I'll see how I go getting my grub screws in there. Hopefully I can. And yeah, hopefully that lines up then, and we can give it a test. So what I've done is I can't get a normal size Allen key in there, so I've made a mini Allen key, and that way I'll be able to tighten these up. And then I've just got to see if I can get this chain, which it's not going to, so I'm gonna have to make a new chain. Then we'll be able to see if it's too fast or not. And I reckon that he's going to need a fill probably in about an hour or two, so I need to hurry up and get this fixed. Okie dokie, time to tighten our I'll take that off so I'm not yelling at you, shall I? Time to tighten my hydro motor. And then we can do a test and we'll see how much faster it is. I reckon that's going to be spot on. I reckon that's perfect speed. It's not too fast, which is what I was worried about, going to such a big cog on the drive. But yeah, no, that's perfect. I reckon that's a little bit quicker, and that'll do the job perfectly. Right, time to get everything back together, filled up, and I bet I got to get down there and fill them up straight away. Okay, let's see how far Levi is off needing a fill. You on channel, Levi? Is he doing a seed check? You on channel, Levi?
Yep.
Yeah, just wondering how far off a fill you are.
I'm not moving at the moment. I'm about to do a seed check, but on the camera, it's just below the number 1.
Alright, and how many hectares have you done?
Just shy of 58.
Yeah, okay. You've probably got about another 10 or so hectares, I'd imagine, maybe 15. So, yeah, do your seed check, and then I'm going to start filling up the wally now. I've just got it all sorted, and then yeah, we'll see where you're at.
Sweet as, no worries.
Cool. Rightio.
Yeah, still there, John.
You Roger, Henry?
Just looking at my weather and the fact that I've only got 200 out there, I reckon I'll head back to the shed and brew up one more brew and get that out before I start moving my trucks around.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Yeah, that'd be good. That way there's definitely enough for George tonight, and by then I'd hope I'd be able to help you.
Yep, no worries.
Cool, cheers. Well, and there you go. So, getting that full, getting down, probably fill him. Henry's going to go and do another tank out in front of the guys in the wheat there, and yeah, we should be able to keep cruising. So we are down here to give Levi a fill, and we shall see if that cog has changed anything, made any difference, and I shall report back. Hopefully it has. It's faster than what it was before, but not fast enough for our liking. We still reckon it's going to take quite a long time to fill. So we've got the 25 tooth on the drive side here, and we've got the 27 tooth on that side. So what we're going to do is just take off the 27 and put the 18 on that side, because obviously that's going to go faster. We'll see what that looks like. If we need more speed, then we'll put the 27 on here, and then yeah, that'll really whoop it, hopefully. So yeah, just trial and error and we'll get there. We definitely filled faster. It was about I don't know, about 30 to 40 minutes instead of 50, which was nice. Tomorrow sometime I reckon we'll change that cog over, like I was just saying, and see if that dramatically increases our speed and our time. So that's tomorrow's job, and I will see you guys at the next one.